We have been getting a few comments recently asking us what the best scalping strategy is and if we can backtest it. So instead of just testing one strategy today, we will be looking at 3 new crypto, forex, and stock scalping and trading strategies and seeing how they perform in the backtest. We will of course test all of the strategies on different timeframes to see which timeframes work best for that strategy. We will also be checking for repainting on all the strategies. Please leave a like on this video and subscribe to our channel so that we can keep making these free videos. Now that we have gotten that out of the way, let's start. Let's first add the indicator to the chart. The first strategy that we will be testing is called the Bollinger RSI Strategy. Go to the Indicator Search tab and search for the strategy. Once you have done that, select the strategy made by ChartArt. Since the strategy is geared toward a less volatile market, we will change the asset we are trading on to a forex-related asset, such as USD JPY. The strategy uses the RSI indicator together with the Bollinger Bands indicator to enter into a sell position when the price is above the upper Bollinger Band. We will enter into a buy position when the price is below the lower Bollinger Band. So we will enter into a position with this strategy when both the RSI and the Bollinger Bands are overbought or oversold. Now let's look at the performance of this strategy. The strategy seemed to work best on the 1 hour and 45-minute timeframes. It sadly didn't really take a lot of trades. This is because having both the Bollinger Bands and RSI being oversold or overbought doesn't happen very often. But don't worry, we will be testing other strategies in this video that have a lot more trades. The most it made was 7.4% with no leverage and no order pyramiding, which is a really good amount of profit for forex. Now let's take a look at the next strategy that made over 300%. This strategy is called the Hull Suite Strategy, made originally by Alan Hull in 2005. You should think of the Hull Moving Average or HMA as an extremely responsive moving average. The Hull Suite was made on TradingView by Insilico, who added extra customization to the strategy. However, we will be using the Hull Suite strategy made by Dash Trader since it has been converted into a buy and sell script. Navigate to the Indicator Search tab and search for the Hull Suite strategy and select the one made by Dash Trader. Since this strategy was made for Bitcoin, we will also need to switch the chart to the BTC/USD chart. Let's now take a look at the backtest. The strategy works best on the 4-hour and daily timeframes. According to the creator of the strategy, it does not repaint. The strategy made 56% on the 4-hour timeframe without using any leverage, and it made over 300% on the daily timeframe also using no leverage. I also took a look at the code and couldn't find the security function, which causes repaints. The strategy also uses regular candlesticks, which also prevents repaints. However, please always wait for the candle to close before entering into a position. Overall, this seems like a great intraday strategy. The only downside is the high drawdown that the backtest has, especially on the 4-hour time frame. Now let's take a look at a strategy that made over 280% and works on lower time frames. This strategy is probably one of the weirder ones I have come across. The strategy calculates moon phases, and based on the phase the moon is currently in, it takes a long or short position. The strategy will take a long position when there is a new moon, and the strategy will short when there is a full moon. You might be wondering why such a ridiculous strategy would work. Well, since the moon causes tides to change, Dutch researchers have hypothesized the moon's gravitational pull could similarly have an effect on your brain, causing erratic behavior. Since full moons are said to be related to a depressed mood, this could cause people to sell or short, so I can kind of see the logic behind the strategy. Now let's add the indicator to the chart. Head over to the Indicator Search tab and search for the Moon Phases strategy and select the strategy made by LuxAlgo. We will be testing the strategy on the Bitcoin USD pair. However, LuxAlgo also tested the strategy on forex and the ticker Tesla, so I'll also be testing the strategies on those assets. Overall, the strategy seems to work from the 1-hour timeframe all the way up to the daily timeframe. On the Euro-USD pair, it worked best on the daily timeframe, making over 150%. On Tesla, the strategy made over 280% on the 30-minute timeframe and over 650% on the daily timeframe. Lastly, we tested the strategy on Bitcoin where it made 35% on the 30-minute timeframe and over 520% on the 2-hour timeframe, and it made around 30% on the 1-hour and 45-minute timeframes. Overall, this seems like more of an experimental strategy, and I'm not really sure if you should trade based on the strategy, but it was still fun to test out. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. If you want to see us test out even more strategies, or if you have any questions, leave a comment.